men. He strikes them head on. Logs are turning into flames. Now the whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks of the automobiles spreading everywhere. It's coming this way now, about 20 yards to my right.
Welcome back to another episode of Turn Back Time. Today we're diving into some fascinating end-of-the-world theories from various ancient civilizations and religions. Buckle up as we explore how different cultures have envisioned the end of times. First up, we have ancient Egypt. The Egyptians had a cyclical view of time rather than a single end-of-the-world event. Their mythology describes a recurring cosmic cycle rather than a definitive apocalypse. They believe that the goddess Nut, pronounced Nut, who represents the sky, would periodically swallow the sun god Ra, pronounced Ra. This act of swallowing was a nightly event, and Ra would be reborn each morning. The idea was that the world would be periodically destroyed and reborn, reflecting a never-ending cycle of creation and destruction. Ancient Egyptian texts, like the pyramid texts and coffin texts, describe these cosmic events but do not pinpoint a specific end date for the world. Next, let's head north to Norse mythology. The Norse people envisioned the end times as Ragnarok, which translates to Twilight of the Gods. This cataclysmic event is foretold to include a great battle between the gods, led by Odin, and their enemies, including the giants and the serpent Jormungandr. According to the Poetic Edda, a collection of Old Norse poems, Ragnarok is characterized by natural disasters like earthquakes and floods, leading to a world engulfed in flames and chaos. After this destruction, the world is predicted to rise anew, flourishing with new life and purity. While there's no specific date in Norse texts, Ragnarok is expected to occur in a far-off future, reflecting an eternal cycle of destruction and renewal. The Maya had their own take on the end of the world, particularly concerning the completion of their long count calendar. One of the most notable cycles in the calendar is the Baktun, a period of about 394 years. The end of the 13th Baktun, expected to occur on December 21st, 2012, was a particularly significant date. This date was thought to be a potential end-of-the-world scenario due to various interpretations and misunderstandings of Maya texts. The Mayas' idea of the end of the world was not about a final apocalypse, but rather a transformation or transition within their cyclical view of time. The end of the 13th Baktun on December 21st, 2012 was a significant marker in their calendar, but was not predicted to result in the world's end. Instead, it represented a new phase in the ongoing cosmic cycle. In Hinduism, the concept of the end times is tied to the Kali Yuga, the last of 4 yugas or ages. Kali Yuga is described as an age of darkness and moral decline, characterized by the loss of virtue and the rise of chaos. According to Hindu texts like the Mahabharata and Puranas, Kali Yuga began around 3102 BCE and will last for approximately 432,000 years. At the end of Kali Yuga, it's believed that the current world will be destroyed by a divine force, leading to the dissolution of the present order and the establishment of a new age, known as Satya Yuga, where righteousness will once again prevail. Now let's explore Christian end-of-the-world theories. In Christianity, the end times are described in the New Testament's Book of Revelation, written around 95 CE by the Apostle John. This book predicts the second coming of Christ, a time when Jesus will return to judge the living and the dead. The end times are marked by severe tribulations, including wars, natural disasters, and moral decay. The final battle between good and evil will culminate in the establishment of a new heaven and a new earth, where God's kingdom will reign eternally. This vision of the apocalypse is both a warning and a promise of ultimate justice and divine renewal. Finally, the Hopi people have their own prophecy of the end times known as the Great Purification. The Hopi prophecies, which have been passed down through oral traditions and recorded in the 20th century, predict a period of intense cleansing. This will be marked by natural disasters and societal upheaval, purging the world of its current corruption. The Hopi believe that this purification process is essential for restoring harmony and balance, leading to a new, peaceful era. Their vision emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with nature and respecting traditional values to avoid such drastic changes. So, while the end of the world theories from these civilizations and religions might seem grim, they often hold messages of renewal and transformation. They remind us that even in times of great upheaval, there's always a path forward and hope for a better future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into ancient apocalyptic theories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Drop a comment below about which theory you found most intriguing. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.